Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE Metalhead and I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing new releases, and Converge is one of the metal bands that I've actually never listened to. I love metalcore. My favorite bands growing up was like Linkin Park, Bring Me the Horizon, Beartooth, Devil Wears Prada, that sort of thing. But I've never listened to Converge. And when I did a deep dive like a few months ago of like what are like the starting bands of metalcore, Converge was the start, and they've still kept it up to this day, which would make them like low-key, if I explore their albums and they're actually as good as all the ratings say on like album of the year and stuff like that, one of the best bands of all time, maybe. But yeah, this is my first foray into them. I have one of the albums on my classic album list on my Patreon, which is $5 a month. You get to request an album that's 50 minutes or less, or you get to request a classic album that can be a bit, two classic albums. And I have Converge's most popular album on that list because I've always wanted to check them out. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. I saw that some people have rated it negatively already, and then some people have rated it really highly. So I'm curious where I'll sit. Let's go. Huh. The production quality is high. They don't sound like old-timey or like horror quality. That's got to use the guitar on the left-hand side. Alright. It's interesting that the vocals are a bit more back in the mix. It's still powerful though. It doesn't sound thin or anything. So interesting. I'll talk more about it at the end of the show. I feel like it's interesting to, in my transition to the next one, so I'll pause it. I feel like it's interesting to start with this one, right? Because like they're one of the first metalcore bands ever. To go with their most recent one, my takeaway from this is like it's pretty well produced and it sounds pretty decent, but like it's nothing super revolutionary to me when it comes to the metalcore stuff. But that's unfair because I'm starting with their most recent one and they're one of the like founders of the fucking genre, right? So it feels weird to be like, oh, they're not pushing it. Well, like I guess like a more recent metalcore album that feels like really fresh is Knocked Loose 2024 album. It's like that feels really fresh. This one feels like a lot of sounds that sound very familiar to me with like a bunch of the metalcore stuff that I used to listen to that was like early 2000s. And it makes me, as much as like this track didn't like wow me with like, oh my god, this is my new favorite band or anything like that, it has made me more interested in them because it's like, ooh, what did they sound like when it first started? Because if they had the genesis of this distinct like metalcore style sound, whatever's on here, then it's like they were early as fuck to that. Which obviously they're like one of the founding bands of it. But like, I don't know. This I picture this sound to be 2000s, like mid 2000s. And so if they were doing this in like the 90s, which I will look up quickly to see timeline wise, if they were doing this when 95, 6, 4, that sort of thing, like that being that early on is really cool. It kind of reminds me of like Korn being like basically the first new metal band, right? And that's 94. It's like, ooh, if they were doing this sound, which was like what my brain thinks of when I think of mid 2000s, if they were doing that in 94, it's like, holy shit, you are ahead of the curve. And it makes me really interested in them. Also, if you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listens. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post my reviews into my ratings into my Discord, where you can chat to me about the ratings I give. I also post it to my album of the year, which is where I post my reviews and all my ratings of all albums across there. I've listened about 1,200 in the past year and a bit. That's basically when I started the channel. And yeah, my average rating is a 6 out of 10. I think that's solely because I listen to more good music than bad. Like, I'm mostly listening to stuff that interests me, like Converge, if it's a new album, or Patreon requests. And Patreon requests aren't going to... They're not torturous people. I don't have a channel where they try and torture me with Imagine Dragons. So I'm not going to be listening to a lot of bad stuff now. And most of my albums that I listen to that are new now are from Patreon because I'm getting so much support from there, which I massively appreciate. So yeah, most of the stuff I listen to is pretty decent. So... that's why I have a 6 out of 10. I think spiritually, I have a 5 out of 10, like, mentally, because if something's a 5.1, it means I liked it more than disliked it, and I can be a bit of a dick sometimes. So, I don't know, yeah. When all of that to say, I think this is, like, good. I think it's a 7. Or, like, it could be a 6.5, 7. But, it feels very familiar to me. So, even if this doesn't, like, knock my socks off or blow my socks off or whatever the fuck, even if it doesn't surprise me too much of, like, how it sounds... I still am going to enjoy it. Like, if it comes out to be like a 5 or 6 out of 10 album somehow, it's metalcore. I'm going to be enjoying it even, like, yeah. Yeah. I like how mechanical this riffy sort of sounds. They play with directional sound quite well. Ooh, this is piquing my interest a bit more. It's like such good by the books metalcore stuff, right? They just nothing too extravagant to me, but they really stick. They dot their I's and cross their T's. Also, I like the vocals before there. It reminded me very much of like the 90s new metal sort of stuff. It's cool that there's like little holdovers like that. This has a bit more punch to it, so I'll give it like a 7.5. Like, this is a pretty good to great track for me. Okay. It might be even great. There's a bit of like a 90s flair to it. Like, certain vocally with like this sort of stuff reminds me of that. That's cool. Solid as fuck. This one is not speaking to me as much, but it sounds like... It sounds like not as powerful as it could be, but like if I look at like the new Knock Loose album, like from 24, it kicks a bit more. But this has such like a smoke over it or something that makes it sound like a bit weaker. The drums still sound pretty nice. It's interesting, like the screams are not abrasive. I don't mind it. I'd say it's like a decent track. I quite like it. I like this like sort of ring in the left ear. They have cool ideas. Like it feels by the books, but there are like slight things that make it a bit more textured that I appreciate. Like that sound that was in the left ear. Like this, yeah, I like it. Oh, sounds like good. I think it's good. It feels very technical. Did they used to do like mathcore shit? Because it does feel very like clinical. There's mathcore stuff on other albums. Yeah, I can hear it. It's like a cleanness to it. I wonder how the I like this more industrial feel. I'm curious how they're gonna deal with like a slower track like this. How do they deal with an absence of harshness? How they how they do the juxtaposition sort of thing. I like how ominous it feels. Again, there's like a somewhat lack of clarity I feel with the recording, mixing, mastering sort of thing. Like it feels so distant, which could be like an atmosphere that they're trying to go for, but I feel like you could strike the same tone but have it more clear. It's a bit more of an instrumental track. I actually don't mind it. Usually instrumental tracks get a shit ton of hate. But I like the atmosphere that they can create. In saying that, I do think I might rate it the lowest. Because it doesn't feel as clear as it could be. But the quality feels a bit low. Oh. So I'll say like, it's alright. Transition into this recently. See, like, this is my comfort genre. Like, even if I rate some of these songs lower, it's like, there's such a comfort to me. I love it. I feel like their best albums from their past, I probably will fucking adore. I can't wait to listen to them. But I only listen to Patreon requests now, so I just need one person to request a Converge album, and then there's going to be more Converge albums. But I wish I could do it otherwise, but I have like 100 subs now that I have to tend to. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Those are the best songs so far, I think. I think it's quite great. Wait, how many members are there? Because it says there's one writer, one producer. Which is very unique, I feel. Ooh. Oh, I like how thunderous this sounds. Yeah, I feel like whatever their best record is or whatever, I know there's a lot that have a lot of high praise. Whatever that is, I feel like I'm going to adore the shit out of it. Also, they sound still youthful, which is actually a really cool fucking aspect. I didn't even think about that. Like, I just thought of them as like longevity, as like an artistic entity. When I think about like how this is such a youthful genre and that they're still doing it after like 36 years or whatever the fuck, I'm so curious. How old are they? Because this still feels youthful. Like they're 50 and they're able to keep up this energy. That's so sick. It's very rare to also stick to your roots sound-wise. Like, I'm assuming they're doing here, because this sounds like 2000-ish. It's interesting to be able to do that, keep it up, and it doesn't get corny. Like, Busta Rhymes is like a boom bap artist, right? And it's just like, his stuff now sounds fucking awful, and he's doing the same genre, but it's like Converge is still able to keep it up. The drumming is sick. Oh. The drumming is so nice. This is like such a... It's so weighty, I like it. What a fucking... I just love it. I just love this genre so fucking much, dude. And they do it so well. Little like the godfathers of the genre. Doing it splendidly. This sounds like it's gonna be so pretty, dude. Oh, this sounds so good. I really like how kind of versatile they are. It makes sense considering they're like the veterans of the scene, but they can do these like slower, more sludgy tracks as well as like the fast-paced metalcore, and then like this more technical mathcore sort of stuff is sick too. I like it. Like, at the moment, I'm thinking this is quite great. I like it a lot. It's like a prettier Black Sabbath in some ways, because of the sludge metal sort of stuff. That's nice. I think it's a tiny bit worse than the Mock song. So I'll give it 7 out. But it's very enjoyable. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's weird that the more familiar I am with a style of music, the less talkative I am. Like, on a lot of reactions, I'm very talkative. But it's like, this is just such... This doesn't feel like work to me. Because it's like, this is just stuff I fucking like a lot. And I've listened my entire life, and I just love it. It's like close to Am I the Mock to me. I think this is a great track. Ooh. It's making it like, the more that this goes on, it could be like an album thing, and maybe like early albums aren't like this. Like the more distant vocals that I had a bit of a problem with, it feels like more of this, that's just like, maybe they're just their style. Because it's done well. It's done quite well, so. I'm gonna re-listen to this project quite a bit, especially what, like, to get my ratings down. Because I think I quite, like, I think I might have been a bit too harsh on Distract and Divide. I don't know. Alright, this one has lyrics. Cool. Kind of reminds me of like the Halo theme. My Halo soundtrack. Like we're doing the final Halo 3 mission. That sounds like good. I think this album is an interesting experience. I'm glad I listened to it. It feels like getting a taste of Converge, but not getting like the greatness that they might have, because holy shit, they have so many albums that are considered like classics and stuff like that within the metalcore scene. This one just feels like pretty consistently decent and good sort of realm, and it makes me. I'm glad I listened to it. It's a nice like teaser, and it makes me very interested in seeing like that they're properly like, um, they're properly. Fuck, I'm out of it. Sorry about that. They're probably classic records. Like Jane Doe, has such a high rating, and a shit ton of ratings. There's also like All We Love We Leave Behind. All the like, I'm very curious to delve into those projects, and this gives me a nice like palette of what I can possibly expect on those projects and the type of metalcore, and yeah. I quite enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, thank you. If you want to support further, watching is enough. But if you want to support further, you can go to Patreon. I need one person to request a Converge if you guys want something like that. But just one person, that's fine. It's $5 a month. You get to request an album 50 minutes or less. Converge is on my classic album list, so you get to pick a Converge album, and then you can pick whatever ones. There's like a shit ton of albums from the 60s, the 2000s, 360 that you can pick from that are all first listens. So yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be sweet. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Absolutely love you. Peace.